I don't know what's going on at Marvel Studios, but we have had not one, but two more leaked trailers. We have the second Doomsday teaser featuring Thor, as well as the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. Literally 2 days ago, I did a video about the first leaked teaser for Doomsday featuring Chris Evans as Captain America saying that Captain America will return in Doomsday. And since then, we've had two more leaks. Like, what is happening? There isn't, like, as clear of a video as there was for the Captain America one, but we do have some visuals, which, again, I'm not going to show in this video because I don't want to risk it. But we do have full audio of the trailer as well. So this might not be perfect, but this is what I was able to make out from the audio. Of all the crowns, the realms, the pride, I ask for none of that. Father, hear your son. I'm not worthy of my life. Yet I beg you to let the thread lengthen. Not for thunder, not for war. Let me stand long enough to see love laugh again. Or at least something along those lines. It was very hard to make out at times. And then cut to black. It has like the same text as the last teaser. Thor will return in Avengers Doomsday, and then the Doomsday clock. But I do want to talk about that clock because there's something that I couldn't make out in the teaser that I saw in the other video, so I'll talk about that in a minute. But as far as this teaser, I love how serious it is, because especially after Love and Thunder, we need serious Thor. And like, honestly, like, some of my favorite Thor moments came from the Avengers movies. Like, Thor in Infinity War was awesome. And it seems like we might be coming back to more of that. Like, especially, like, even with his, like, outfit, it's way more Infinity War, like, inspired and, like, a classic Thor look. Less colorful, like Love and Thunder was. He has, like, the classic winged helmet, which is awesome. And I love this dialogue because it's like Thor is, like, he's preparing for, like, this epic battle. And he's just praying for Odin to, like, just let him survive so he can see his daughter again. Like, that's really good. Now, as far as this Doomsday clock, in the teaser that I saw the other day, the Captain America one, like, it was blurry and I couldn't really make out what the timer was, but I just assumed that it was counting down the days, like, till the movie's release. But that is in fact not the case, because in a clearer image, the clock reads, at least, like, an image attached to the Thor leak, it says 19 weeks, 22 days, 17 hours, 27 minutes, and 8 seconds. Now, that is not the release date of Avengers Doomsday. 19 weeks puts us, like, around, like, the end of April, early May time period. So, I don't know if that's when they're planning to release, like, the full trailer, maybe? Like, maybe that's what they're doing? Like, I think we'll probably get, like some combination of these leaks and, like, maybe some other stuff in, like, a teaser, like, hopefully, like, within the next month, and then, like, maybe, like, April, May, we get that first full trailer, maybe. So, yeah, the clock in these teasers is not counting down to the movie's release, but the release date of, like, the official trailer, most likely. Now on to the Brand New Day trailer. I have watched this trailer so many times and listened so closely to try and piece together dialogue and come up with the best description I could come up with. So it opens with the song, New York, I love you, but you're bringing me down.
New York, I love you, but you're bringing me down.
And you hear Peter say, hi, my name is Peter Parker. You don't remember me, but we used to know each other. Something bad was gonna happen, and the only way to stop it was to make everyone forget about me. So he's most likely talking to either Ned or MJ. So I'm not just Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man. And during that, we see a recreation of the Amazing Fantasy 15 cover, which is awesome. CGI is definitely a little wonky, but this is obviously a leak, so it's not meant to look good. And then recently, we've been hearing rumors about, like, Peter's gonna be fighting ninjas, and, like, those ninjas might be part of the Hand, which would be really cool. And we do see a shot in this trailer that does look like it could be the Hand, as well as maybe Scorpion, but it's really hard to tell. Then Peter goes on, and sometimes Spider-Man has to do the hard thing and break Peter Parker's heart. We then hear Sadie Sink, who we still don't know who she's playing. She says, Spider-Man, stay out of my way or else it won't just be your friends who don't, and then it gets cut off, but most likely she's gonna say, like, don't make it or something like that. So Sadie Sink is definitely playing a villain in this movie. What villain? We still don't know. We then hear someone monologuing in the background. My best guess is maybe Tombstone, but like it's almost impossible to know for sure who is speaking. But we hear them say, spiders have 3 life cycles, and between the cycles, it can leave the spider vulnerable to threats. For those spiders who make it through, it leads to a kind of rebirth. We then see shots of the behind the scenes sequence that we saw a lot of like on set videos of like the tank sequence and stuff like that. We then see Peter talking to Bruce Banner. He says, hey Mr. Banner, I need your help. And then Bruce says something, but like, I mean, it's Mark Ruffalo, and like, it's just, it is impossible to tell what he is saying in that shot, but like we do see a scene of Peter talking to Bruce Banner. We then have the title card, and then the little stinger at the end of the trailer is Peter and Frank Castle. Peter says, Frank, what are you doing here? And then Frank responds, I'm saving your ass, can't you see that? And then Peter responds with something along the lines of, gosh, you're so destructive, but it is really hard to make out that last part. So that is a very rough description of the trailer. I love a lot of this. Just that little moment of Peter and Frank at the end, I love that so much. I mean, anything that involves the Punisher, I just love it, because Jon Bernthal, one of my favorite actors of all time, and his portrayal of the Punisher is just perfect. I absolutely love the Punisher, and the fact that he's getting his own special presentation this year, I can't wait for that. Unfortunately, we have heard rumors that he is not going to be in Daredevil Season 2, which is very unfortunate. But the fact that we're getting him in a feature film with Spider-Man, which Daredevil will most likely be in this movie as well as Punisher getting his own presentation, I mean, that more than makes up for it. We still don't know who Sadie Sink is playing, but like the confirmation here that she is definitely playing a villain, that's really interesting. And just, man, like, I love a lot of things about this trailer, but it does seem like there is a lot going on, and I really hope it doesn't get like over bloated, because like up until this leak, I mean, this movie was very kept under wraps. Like, we knew a lot of like the cast and who would be in the movie, but as far as like the actual story, we have no idea. But like just the sheer amount of characters in this movie, I mean, there is a lot going on. I mean, obviously we got Spider-Man, we got Sadie Sink's villain, the Hulk, the Punisher, Scorpion, Tombstone. Like, there is a lot happening in this trailer. Possibly like Mr. Negative, Daredevil, Kingpin could show up in this movie. So it's like there's definitely a lot happening here. But I am so freaking excited for this movie. Like, this is probably my most anticipated Marvel project this year. Like, even more than Doomsday, because like, as excited as I am for Doomsday, I am still very cautiously optimistic and nervous about that movie, where it's like, if they pull it off, it's gonna be awesome, but if they don't, whew. But with Spider-Man Brand New Day, I have nothing but excitement for this. I mean, Dustin Daniel Cretton's direction I'm very excited for, because he made Shang-Chi, and Shang-Chi was definitely one of the better Marvel projects post-Endgame, especially when it came to the action. And I mean, it's Spider-Man, so like, how can I not be excited? And this movie is shaping up to be like the most Spider-Man movie of like the ones we've gotten in the MCU, because like No Way Home served as like more or less his origin story, and it set him up as where he is completely alone, he has nobody, and he is just your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man now. I don't know how I feel about like whether he's talking to MJ or Ned, like him kind of like revealing himself, like that seems kind of weird, but like when that's like in context in the movie and like not a very blurry like iPhone video on my laptop, like I might have better feelings about it, but just hearing that, it's like, I don't really know how I feel about that. I mean, I feel like it was inevitable that through some sequence of events the spell would eventually be broken or something like that, but I feel like trying to already undo it in the next movie, it's like, I don't know about that. But back to that moment with the Punisher and how cause like Peter calls him by a name, he calls him Frank. So like clearly like Spider-Man and the Punisher have run into each other before and are like familiar with each other, and I just find that really fun. Which that means Spider-Man has probably already met Daredevil as well. Like probably all these street level heroes are probably all familiar with each other because they just run into each other all the time. Like, I think that's fun. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for the 2 new leaked Marvel trailers. The fact that in the last like 3 days, we've had 3 leaked trailers, like, I mean, I feel like with those last 2 remaining Doomsday trailers, they should be coming within the next week, I should think. And I mean, at this point, with all the leaks, how long till Marvel just says screw it and just releases the trailer? But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.